in love. Spice things up a bit. Get away from her. But recently I had to go into a sex shop on my own. I didn't have to. I made a choice, moral decision, after fair state consequence. Went into this sex shop to buy a couple of things. One was a dildo. That's not that embarrassing because that at least implies complicit physical transactions, and it was a dildo, right? I mean, so I'm not that bothered about that. The other thing was a butt plug, right? That's an embarrassing purchase. Some people, alarmingly, some people, you know, in these enlightened times, don't know what a butt plug is. I know it's shocking, isn't it? But sort of, you know, you don't have to be a semiologist to understand this verbal signifier. I'll break it down. Butt plug. Butt plug. And like, so I went in the sex shop, Harmony it was called, Berwick Street, so, and like, you know, it's not all made up. Okay, she's sort of thinking, God, is he making me? He's just going to look at me and sort of look at the tragedy in his eyes. Yeah, so I went into the sex shop, and it was like, the butt plugs are kept behind the counter, right? Hygiene, and like, there was a female shop assistant serving, and I sort of turned into a kind of bumbling Hugh Grant figure, and I was like, oh Christ, oh no, oh God, I'm going to have to ask her for it, and oh Jesus, what's she going to, she's going to judge me, isn't she? That's saying, sort of thinking perhaps a relationship might emerge, you two neat, you fine butt plugs, that's not going to happen. Jane obviously never wrote anything so ridiculous. Right, so I was just like thinking, oh God, and therefore, she works in a sex shop, right? She can't be perpetually appalled by sexual paraphernalia on a daily basis. Oh my God! Oh, what is that? Oh, Mary, Jesus, Joseph, all the faith, set my most melon sold $16.99. That was the, you know, so she must have become, to some degree, anaesthetised to the idea of it, but that, you know, I didn't sort of have, I couldn't feel that realisation in that moment. I just felt sort of odd and awkward and happy. Hi, could I just get, could I get that butt plug? Yeah. Sorry? Yeah, I just want to, get that butt plug. No, not that, that was too big. That. Yeah. What are you going to do with this butt plug? Just going to plug it in my butt. This is an odd, true thing, right? The butt plug came with a 90-day money-back guarantee. Honestly it did. 90-day money-back guarantee. Is that appropriate for that product? You know? Or so like, you know, after 67 days of having the butt plug, you can return, can you, to Harmony? And say, excuse me, I've had this butt plug for sort of 67 days now, and it smells awful. And for some reason, my self-esteem appears to have been eroded. I feel a bit cheap. I don't know what it is. So I want my money back. Oh, your self-esteem's been eroded, has it? So, yeah, it has. Since I've had the butt plug, it's all worth it balance. Why could that be? Perhaps if you weren't using your own rectum as a conduit to joy, you wouldn't feel so cheap. Perhaps if you look at, I mean, when people say, you know, happiness is to be found within you, I don't know, I mean, via your arsehole. What do you expect to find in there? Narnia? Right state? You know? Yeah, I mean, it's my personal opinion, like, you know, I'm no watchdog nor nothing, but I kind of think that, you know, once you've stuck something up your arse, you've bought it, right? That's it. You've signed a contract, in a way, there. It's not like you've gone to a Ladro boutique and bought a porcelain figurine of Don Quixote at rest by a tree stump, you know, but while you're in the Ladro shop, fucking hell. This Don Quixote figurine, I really like it, you know. So, but that was in the giddy, heady atmosphere of the Ladro boutique. We've all made reckless decisions in there. Now I've got him home, I sort of think that the idea of the pursuit of the unattainable through the imagination is a bit shit. I certainly won't be buying the Sancho Panza accompanying figure, right? You may then decide to return to the Ladro boutique for a refund, to which in my mind, you are entitled. If between the mantelpiece and the Ladro outlet, you stuff it up your arse, that somewhat muddies your statutory rights, in my view. And he had a sword. Yeah, I mean, I appreciate that these means that I'm employing to distract myself from death are, in some cases, radical, or odd, but I'm a desperate man. I can't take drugs anymore. It affects you if you can't take drugs. You think, oh God, what am I going to do? Oh gee, I'm going to have some sort of fucking experience. So I went to this orgy. Right? Yeah, I did. Some of you would have been to an orgy, I suppose, specifically. I don't know, I've not done any research, I'm not that sort of a comic. But some of you might have been to an orgy, and then someone thought, orgy, you'd have had that feeling of orgy. But it's a very evocative word, isn't it? Orgy, like mind floods with images. Someone went to me, do you want to come to an orgy? Mind flooded with images about orgy, right? And it's like snowboarding. Right? Someone went to me, do you want to come snowboarding? Do you want to come on a snowboarding holiday? Mind flooded with it, oh yeah, alright, I'll come snowboarding. Right? Because, the image that's planted in my mind, right, do you want to come snowboarding? Was me on a snowboard, snowboarding. Right? My mind did not very thoroughly examine what the implications of that. That's why I went. And the actuality of snowboarding, it was very different from what was immediately conjured in my mind. I didn't immediately perceive it will be cold, right, and that everyone else's snowboarding clothes are much better and certainly looser than mine. And that I'm shit at snowboarding, shit at it, right, and everyone else was much better than me, right, and at the beginning of it was so I had a mate, right, and he was shit at it and all, so we could be shit together, right. He then got good, right, and went off with the others to the black rum thing or whatever. Well, no, yeah, that's alright, you go with all the others, the bigger boys and that. I'll just stay here and work on my cancer that I've been nourishing with hate. Yeah, and also I'm quite a cerebral person, right? If I'm going to learn snowboarding, I want perhaps to read some poetry on the subject of snowboarding and perhaps examine some lithographs of snowboarding through the ages, perhaps attend a lecture by the inventor of snowboarding, Johann Snowboard. What I don't want is what actually happens is to be strapped to a snowboard and then just shoved down a fucking mountain. Right? I was snowboarding before I knew how to snowboard. I was in the continuous form before I understood the infinitive. That is not how these things ought to be approached. And plummeting towards the bottom of a mountain, light flashing before my eyes, doubly humiliating the second time, and just knowing, oh God, here comes the end, to collapse in a heap on the floor like a fallen bird man, sort of twitching and pathetic, or still unable to get the fucking thing off, right? While little French ski robot kids zigzag past, all perfect and brilliant. Oh, help me, mate, I thought they might be my saviours. Oh, they might be the Knights Templar. Help me, por favor, s'il vous plaît. Just saying polite things in any language I can think of. Staying there just sort of hopeless, unable to get the fucking thing off me. Then there's that horrible thing that takes you back to the top of the mountain, that vile iron rod that you have to sort of, and it drags you up there, and all my friends just elegantly approach it and place it between their thighs like an aluminium phallus. Soar up the mountain, hair blowing beautifully, defying gravity, laughing in the face of God. Ha 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 ha! We must tell Gatsby of this day. But I stand there at the bottom knowing, oh God, here comes the humiliation, knowing that it's going to be really horrible, Martin. Then he might have 1 foot in, 1 foot out, shuffling like an extra from Roots. And sure enough, this fucking tin evil predator grabs hold of my genitals and yanks me. My shirt goes up to the neck. No, help me. I'm sorry. I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough. So when someone said to me, do you want to come to an orgy? Should have thought